We need to talk to Kevin Saunders, former Border Force Chief of Immigration. Kevin, a very good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike.
So the world is now a seemingly much different place, according to the Labour government. You know, there they were just a few weeks ago saying, oh, we can't be sending anybody to a third country for processing. That would be wrong and possibly inhumane. Suddenly, old Keir Starmer pops over to Italy, and now he thinks it's a great idea to send people to Albania. Let's see what Yvette Cooper's got to say about it.
The Albania idea, in all but name, Rwanda, Mark II.
No, it's not. It's very, very different. So the arrangement that they have in place, and look, it's not working yet, so we don't know how it will play out, but it is a very, very different approach. First of all, it is operating, it is Italian processing taking place in Albania. It has UNHCR oversight, so it is being monitored to make sure that it meets international standards. It's being done in cooperation between those two countries. And what they're actually doing is looking at those people who arrive in Italy who have come from predominantly safe countries, and they're using it as a way to try and fast-track decisions and returns.
Now, there's a couple of phrases in there, Kevin, I haven't heard Labour mentioned before. Predominantly safe countries. That's a new one, isn't it?
It is, yes. I don't know where they get that one from.
Because, I mean, previous to this, we were told they can't send anybody back to certain countries. They can't send anybody back from this country, but now they're happy to let Italy somehow process our migrants in another country called Albania.
Yes. I think what's quite interesting as well, and you're going to love this one, Mike, the UNHCR have been sending people from North Africa to a certain African country which they deem as safe.
Rwanda.
Rwanda.
Well, listen, I've been telling people this for when we were being told by the Labour Party that Rwanda's not a safe country, when we were being told by the Supreme Court it's not a safe country, I kept reminding people that not only has Norway sent some people there, not only has Libya sent some people there, but the UNHCR has sent some people there, and nobody listened to me.
Yes, well, you're quite right, Mike. It's absolutely laughable what's going on at the moment. But I think what the important thing is that Italy seems to have come up with an idea which is being supported by Ursula von der Leyen of the chair of the EU. They're doing an awful lot of what we're doing. They're giving the Tunisians and the Libyans loads of money to stop people coming off. In fact, the Italians have even given the Tunisians patrol boats as well to stop people reaching Lampedusa.
Right. So they're actually physically pushing them back then? Yes,
they are actually, and there is word that they've actually fired live rounds at them as well.
Right.
Now this isn't unusual, Mike. We saw this. Priti Patel went to Greece and went out with the Greek border force people.
Right.
And she saw them pushing boats back and taking a robust line. So this isn't new. And, of course, von der Leyen described Greece as the iron shield of the EU.
Right. So
this is all quite acceptable to the EU.
So now, how is this going to help us then? We're going to give apparently 4 million quid to Italy. So presumably that's not going to last very long. We gave 300-odd million to Rwanda. Germany are now saying that they're going to send people to Rwanda. Everybody seems to be OK with sending people to Rwanda, apart from Britain.
Yes, well, you're right. That's exactly what's going to happen. I mean, you've got to smile, really, haven't you? We've set Rwanda up. We've put everything in place that could possibly be there. We've now decided we don't want to do it. And the Germans are coming along saying, oh, well, we've got all the infrastructure there and everything else. Thank you very much.
Yeah, exactly right. So, I mean, at what point are people who are here waiting to be processed going to be sent to Albania, if at all?
Oh, well, I mean, I can't see Starmer actually sending anybody to Albania. The left wing of the Labour Party wouldn't let him, would they?
Well, I don't know. I mean, the thing about Starmer at the moment, he does seem to be just foraging on ahead with whatever it is he wants to do without listening to anybody else.
Well, certainly on some things, yes, I would agree with you there. But I can't see us actually having this, actually agreeing send people to Albania. I mean, you've got to remember that Albania and Italy have a lot of history together, but they are very close, and the Albanians will want to help the Italians out because, of course, Albania wants to join the EU, don't they?
They do.
So this could be seen as the quid pro quo.
And they're getting quite a bit of money from the EU already with that in mind. So maybe that's exactly why they're doing it, and maybe that's exactly why Italy and they are making it work. But I just don't see it working for us because we've still got, 801 arrived just the other day. We've still got thousands of thousands to come before the end of this year. We've still got a backlog of something like now probably 140, 150,000. You know, it's an unmanageable number of people, isn't it?
Oh yeah, the whole thing in the UK is totally unmanageable. And the thing is that if the Italians actually manage to stop the flow, and I mean I know the figures are down 62% on last year. If they continue with those numbers,
but they're only down at the beginning of this year. They're now up again at this part of the year, aren't they?
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the last figures I saw suggested they were significantly down.
Well, that was when Rishi Sunak was still Prime Minister. They're up again. They're up again now because they now know that Rwanda's not going to happen. So, but listen, Kevin, we've got to run. Thank you for talking to us, Kevin Saunders, former Border Force Chief of Immigration.